Welcome back to the DB Cooper story. This is episode 2. Yesterday, I told you what he did. Today, let's talk about what happened after he jumped from the plane into the night with $200,000 in cash. Well, once police raided the plane in Nevada and discovered that Dan Cooper wasn't on board, they started the investigation. And here's what they found. A black clip-on tie left on seat 18C, a mother-of-pearl tie clip, 8 cigarette butts in the ashtray next to his seat, and fingerprints, but only partial. Now here's where it gets frustrating. Those 8 cigarette butts, they were collected but were later lost. No one knows exactly when or how, which means we can't use modern DNA testing on them today. And the handwritten note that Dan Cooper gave the flight attendant, well, it was destroyed. And apparently it was standard procedure at the time. They discarded the note once it had been transcribed and included in the official report. The FBI didn't think to preserve it, and they assumed that they would catch him quickly, which was a huge mistake. Also, here's some quick clarification. DB Cooper was never his real alias. When he bought the ticket, he used the name Dan Cooper, but in the rush of early reporting, a journalist misheard and then wrote down DB Cooper, and that's the version that stuck. Now, what followed was one of the largest investigations in U.S. aviation history. The FBI coordinated a massive search along the flight path, by foot, by helicopter, and even using boats and submarines on nearby lakes. Hundreds of agents combed through forested terrain, went door to door, and investigated every single lead. But after months of intense searching, nothing was found. No parachute, no briefcase, no bills, and no body belonging to Dan Cooper. However, 2 women did stumble upon a skeleton in an abandoned building in Clark County during the search. It turned out to be the remains of a teenage girl named Barbara Ann Derry, who was abducted and then unalived. Even without DNA, the FBI still interviewed over 800 suspects, and only a few stood out. This is why the legend of DB Cooper is so huge, because he was able to evade even the biggest investigation. Let's look at the top suspects. Number 1 was Richard Floyd